Saudi Arabia is home to several remarkable wonders, blending natural beauty, ancient history, and modern marvels. Here are some key highlights: natural wonders. 1. Edge of the world Jebel Firin. A stunning cliffside offering panoramic views of the desert stretching endlessly below. A popular hiking destination near Riyadh. 2. Al Asa Oasis, a UNESCO World Heritage Site with lush palm groves, natural springs, and historic landmarks in the middle of the desert. 3. Farasan Islands, a serene archipelago in the Red Sea, perfect for snorkeling, diving, and exploring marine biodiversity. 4. Waba Crater, a massive volcanic crater surrounded by salt flats and desert, ideal for hiking and camping. Historical and cultural wonders. 1. Al-Ula Ma'dan Salih. An ancient Nabatean city featuring carved rock tombs similar to Petra in Jordan, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. 2. Diriyah, the birthplace of the Saudi state, known for its mud brick architecture and rich cultural history. 3. Najran, a city with ancient forts, vibrant markets, and archaeological wonders reflecting Yemenite and Arab culture. Architectural marvels. 1. Kingdom Center Tower Riyadh. A modern skyscraper with a sky bridge offering breathtaking city views. 2. Obraj Al Bayt Towers Mecca, home to the world's largest clock face and one of the tallest buildings in the world. 3. King Abdulaziz Center for World Culture Ithra. A cultural hub in Dhahran known for its futuristic design and diverse exhibitions. Religious and spiritual sites. 1. Masjid Al-Haram Grand Mosque in Mecca, the holiest site in Islam, surrounding the Kaaba. 2. Al-Masjid and Nabawi Prophet's Mosque in Medina, one of the largest mosques in the world, featuring the iconic green dome. Saudi Arabia's wonders offer a mix of ancient heritage, natural beauty, and modern innovation, making it a fascinating destination for travelers. The political culture of Saudi Arabia is deeply rooted in its Islamic traditions, tribal heritage, and monarchy-based governance. Key aspects of Saudi Arabia's political culture include: 1. Absolute monarchy. Saudi Arabia is ruled by the Al Saud family, with the king holding extensive powers as both the head of state and government. The king also serves as the custodian of the two holy mosques, reinforcing his religious authority. 2. Islamic law Sharia. Saudi Arabia's legal system is based on Sharia law, derived from the Quran and Hadith. This shapes both the country's social norms and judicial processes. 3. Tribal influence. Tribes play a significant role in Saudi politics, with loyalty to tribal affiliations often influencing social and political dynamics. 4. Religious conservatism. The country has historically followed a strict interpretation of Sunni Islam known as Wahhabism, which has shaped its conservative social policies and public behavior standards. 5. Limited political participation. While political parties are banned, there are limited forms of public participation through advisory bodies like the Shura Council, which advises the king but lacks legislative power. 6. Royal family dominance. The Al Saud family holds key government positions, and decisions are made through a blend of consensus among senior royals and central authority by the king. 7. Modernization efforts. Under Vision 2030, Saudi Arabia has been working to diversify its economy, expand social reforms, and reduce dependency on oil, signaling a shift toward modernization while maintaining conservative political control. 8. Foreign policy and regional influence. Saudi Arabia plays a prominent role in the Middle East, balancing its ties with Western powers while positioning itself as a leader in the Islamic world. Overall, Saudi Arabia's political culture is characterized by a blend of strong religious influence, monarchical power, and limited public political engagement. Saudi Arabian cuisine is rich in flavor and tradition, with dishes that reflect the country's cultural heritage. Some popular Saudi dishes include: 1. Kabza, a signature Saudi dish made with rice, meat, often chicken, lamb, or goat, and a blend of spices like cardamom, cloves, and cinnamon. It's often garnished with nuts and raisins. 2. Mandi, a traditional rice dish cooked with meat and a unique blend of spices, often prepared in a tandoor underground clay oven. 3. Jerish, a cracked wheat dish cooked with meat, yogurt, and spices known for its rich, creamy texture. 4. Mutabak, a popular street food made of thin dough filled with spiced minced meat, eggs, and onions. 5. Sambusa samosa, a common appetizer, especially during Ramadan, filled with meat, vegetables, or cheese. 6. Shawarma, while popular across the Middle East, Saudi-style shawarma is particularly flavorful, often served with garlic sauce and pickles. 7. Hariz, a comforting porridge-like dish made from wheat and meat, slow-cooked to achieve a smooth texture. 8. Salig, a creamy rice dish similar to risotto, cooked with milk and served with roasted chicken. 9. Dates and Arabic coffee kahwa, a traditional combination served as a welcome gesture in Saudi homes. 10. Falafel, deep-fried chickpea balls, popular as a snack or sandwich filling. Saudi cuisine often emphasizes communal eating, with large platters shared among families and guests.
Al Nass FC is one of Saudi Arabia's most prominent football clubs, based in Riyadh. The club has gained significant global attention in recent years, particularly after signing high-profile players such as Cristiano Ronaldo in 2022. This move boosted the Saudi Pro League's visibility on the international stage. Al Nassr's relationship with FIFA primarily aligns with its participation in international competitions sanctioned by FIFA. For example, 1. FIFA Club World Cup. Saudi clubs, including Al Nass, aim to qualify for this tournament by winning the AFC Champions League or through other designated paths. While Al Nass hasn't yet participated in the FIFA Club World Cup, their rising investments and squad strength increase their chances. 2. Saudi Pro League's growth. FIFA has acknowledged Saudi Arabia's investment in football, with Al Nass playing a key role in attracting global talent. The kingdom's strategy aligns with FIFA's vision of expanding football's reach worldwide. 3.2034 FIFA World Cup. Saudi Arabia is set to host the 2034 FIFA World Cup, marking a significant milestone in the nation's football ambitions. Al Nassr's popularity and infrastructure development contribute to the country's growing football ecosystem. Al Nassr's increasing prominence symbolizes Saudi Arabia's broader efforts to become a global football powerhouse.
China and Saudi Arabia are close and strategic allies and have been increasing cooperation in the energy and financial sectors, the Belt and Road Initiative, and has signed numerous deals across several areas. Yes, China and Saudi Arabia have developed a strong strategic partnership, particularly in recent years. Their relationship is driven by mutual economic interests, with energy cooperation being a major pillar. Saudi Arabia is a key oil supplier to China, while China is one of Saudi Arabia's largest trade partners. The Belt and Road Initiative (BRI) has further strengthened ties, with Saudi Arabia playing a crucial role as a strategic hub connecting Asia, Africa, and Europe. The two countries have also expanded cooperation in infrastructure development, technology, and financial investments. In addition, they've signed agreements in sectors such as defense, digital economy, and cultural exchange, reinforcing their comprehensive strategic partnership. The United States does produce a significant amount of oil domestically, but there are several reasons why it still imports oil and doesn't rely solely on its own supply. 1. Refinery configurations. U.S. refineries are optimized to process a mix of light and heavy crude oil. While much of the domestic oil production is light crude, many refineries are designed to handle heavier crude, which is often imported from countries like Canada and Venezuela. 2. Economic strategy. The U.S. may choose to export some of its domestically produced oil if it's more profitable to sell it overseas. This allows the U.S. to generate revenue while importing other types of oil that suit its refining capabilities. 3. Energy security. Diversifying oil sources ensures the U.S. isn't overly reliant on one supply chain, reducing the risk of major disruptions. 4. Market dynamics. Oil is traded on global markets, and prices fluctuate based on supply and demand. Sometimes it's cheaper to import certain types of oil rather than transport domestic oil across the country. 5. Production limitations. While the U.S. is one of the largest oil producers, domestic production doesn't always meet total demand, especially during periods of high consumption. By blending domestic production with strategic imports and exports, the U.S. maintains a stable energy market while balancing economic and geopolitical factors.
Saudi Arabia's education system is centralized and overseen by the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Higher Education, and the Technical and Vocational Training Corporation. The system is heavily influenced by Islamic values and Arabic culture, with a focus on religious studies alongside general education. Structure of the education system. 1. Pre-primary kindergarten optional and focuses on basic skills and early development. 2. Primary education grades 1 to 6 compulsory and free for all citizens. Emphasis on Arabic language, Islamic studies, mathematics, and science. 3. Intermediate education grades 7 to 9 builds on primary education with added subjects like social studies and English. 4. Secondary education grades 10 to 12 offers 2 tracks: general education, academic subjects, or technical, vocational education. 5. Higher education includes universities, technical institutes, and teacher training colleges. Leading institutions include King Saud University, King Abdulaziz University, and King Fahd University of Petroleum and Minerals. Key features: religious studies. Islamic education is a core subject at all levels. Gender segregation. Schools and universities often follow gender segregation policies. Free education. Saudi citizens receive free education, including financial support for university students. Vision 2030 reforms. Recent efforts aim to modernize the curriculum, improve English language instruction, and expand STEM education. Notable developments: increasing investment in online learning and digital platforms. Expanding technical training to align with Saudi Arabia's economic diversification goals. Would you like insights on specific universities, scholarship programs, or education reforms under Vision 2030?
Saudi Arabia's unique role in the Arab and Islamic worlds, its possession of the world's largest reserves of oil, and its strategic location make its friendship important to the United States. Diplomatic relations were established in 1933. The U.S. Embassy opened in Jeddah in 1944 and moved to Riyadh in 1984. Saudi Arabia's unique role in the Arab and Islamic worlds, its possession of the world's largest reserves of oil, and its strategic location make its friendship important to the United States. Diplomatic relations were established in 1933. The U.S. Embassy opened in Jeddah in 1944 and moved to Riyadh in 1984. Saudi Arabia's wealth stems primarily from its vast oil reserves, making it the world's leading oil producer and exporter, with oil accounting for a significant portion of its exports, government revenue, and GDP. Saudi Arabia and the United States are close strategic allies and partners. However, the relationship witnessed certain decline during the last years of the Obama administration, but strengthened following the election of President Donald Trump, who forged close ties with the Saudi royal family. Saudi Arabia is estimated to have approximately 267 billion barrels of proven oil reserves. This represents about 16% of the world's total proven oil reserves. The program is adopted and implemented by the Ministry of Labor and Social Development. Through the program, citizens in Saudi Arabia get monthly payments from the state. Saudi Arabia is doing many reforms to reduce the country's dependency on oil revenues, but many of these reforms have overburdened some citizens. Saudi Arabia and China have developed strong diplomatic, economic, and strategic ties, especially in recent years. Their relationship is built on mutual interests in trade, energy, and investment. Key aspects of Saudi-China relations. 1. Economic ties. China is Saudi Arabia's largest trading partner, particularly in the energy sector. Saudi Arabia is a key supplier of crude oil to China. The two countries have signed multiple trade and investment agreements with significant collaboration in infrastructure, technology, and renewable energy. 2. Energy cooperation. Saudi Arabia plays a major role in China's energy security by providing a stable oil supply. Both nations are also exploring partnerships in green energy initiatives as part of Saudi Vision 2030 and China's Belt and Road Initiative. 3. Diplomatic relations. Ties have strengthened through high-level visits and strategic agreements. In 2022, Chinese President Xi Jinping visited Saudi Arabia, reinforcing bilateral cooperation. 4. Defense and security. While historically focused on trade, there are growing talks about military cooperation, including arms deals and technology exchange. 5. Cultural exchange. Both nations have expanded cultural and educational ties, with Chinese language programs introduced in Saudi schools and Saudi cultural events held in China. This evolving partnership reflects Saudi Arabia's broader strategy to diversify its alliances and reduce reliance on Western powers. Saudi Arabia-United Arab Emirates relations are the relations between two neighboring countries that share extensive political and cultural ties. The two countries are close allies in terms of foreign policy, geopolitical interests, economical interests, and military alliance. Of crude petroleum exports from Saudi Arabia are China $53.9 billion, Japan $33.2 billion, India $23.6 billion, United States $10.8 billion, and Chinese Taipei $8.14 billion.